Hello and welcome, all friends and devotees of yoga and Buddhism. Today is June the 20th, 2019. Thursday, June the 20th, 2019. And we're just going to continue sharing treasures here, sharing treasures, wisdom treasures from the great Venerable Master Singyung. Venerable Master Singyung, interestingly enough, he is the founder of the Fo Guangshang, which is one of the largest Buddhist organizations in the world today. Definitely the largest Chinese Buddhist organization. The great Venerable Master Singyung, he's also the great master who has established Buddhism in Africa. For the first time in history, he's the one who brought Buddhism to Africa. He thought about Africans also having this great opportunity to learn Buddhism. And so through this Fo Guangshang, they were able to establish the Nanhua Foundation in Johannesburg, South Africa, Bronkhorstspruit, Johannesburg, South Africa. And the African Buddhist Seminary as well. Master Singyung has built so many universities all over the world, including University of the West, which is in the United States, Rosemead, California, and so much he's done to really teach humanistic Buddhism all over the world. Such a great master. I'm going to read to you some of his treasures, which I discovered some years ago in my study of Buddhism. If we want to elevate ourselves in life, we need an education of ideas as a source of inspiration. In dealing with self and others, it takes an education of life to train us. The following are 4 points about how to interact well with others. The first of these points: saying too much is cheapening our precious life. As the saying goes, too much glue does not stick well. Too many words are unpleasant. When speaking, the intention is to express ourselves and convey ideas. We should be concise and never be wordy. However, while something can be conveyed in a few short sentences, some people choose to repeat themselves over and over again. A public lecture, which should only take 30 minutes to an hour, may last 2 or 3 if the speaker drags on. In saying too much, not only do others get tired of us, but we also waste precious life. Therefore, we do not need to say too much. Words are only valuable if they benefit others. 2. Now, folks, for my students, I want you to always have your pen and your paper ready to jot notes, because this is wisdom. Information I'm sharing across board here is wisdom. And nobody knows everything, so you want to have your pen and your paper always, so that as you listen closely in, once you pick some points and say, that solves that problem I've been contemplating for quite a while, immediately you jot it down. And then, this is not a meditation session. This is just a session where you quickly take notes. It's like a short class here. You pick your notes, and then when you go back to your study, you go back to your temple of peace, where you have your quiet and your serenity. Then you reflect and meditate upon these valuable wisdom. So this is the way to proceed. So I need you to jot down notes right now, and then when you go back to your quiet space, then you can reflect and meditate, and then expound, and then deliberate upon these treasures shared to us by the great Venerable Master Singyung. Everything coming down from the Buddha, and this is actually the instruction of the Buddha. You should reflect and meditate every day. Practice meditation every day. 2, I just have to proceed quickly here. Folks, unnecessary socializing is a waste of valuable time. Socializing and networking are to some degree inevitable in today's world. While some socializing is necessary, most occasions are just a waste of time. How much time is there in life for us to use? Some people simply do not cherish their time and often waste it on unnecessary and meaningless social engagements that benefit no one. Too much socializing is therefore truly regrettable. 3. The third golden key. Being alone is the best opportunity for self-cultivation. Being alone, solitude, is the best opportunity for self-cultivation. In getting along with others, the sound of applause is important to share. However, when alone, sometimes it is better for there to be no sound at all. Therefore, while we need to live with a group during the day, we should also find time to be alone by ourselves. Being alone is for contemplation of our internal world. We need to look within ourselves for a formless world and listen for soundless sound. Whenever we are alone, we should not just read the newspapers, watch television, or listen to music. Some popular media are still full of gossip and idle talk that prevent us from staying calm and serene. Being alone gives us relief from thinking, watching, or listening so that we can discover our true self. 4. Being gregarious is a force for motivating others. While a person can be calm, one needs to move and extend beyond one's personal boundaries. Even though a person can be alone, one also needs to be gregarious. People who can mingle with a group can assimilate well into society. They are able to get along with others, work as a team, contribute their energy and spirit, and serve the community. They become the force behind social progress. Therefore, being gregarious is a force for motivating others. As the saying goes, arrogant people find it hard to form friendships with others. Selfish people have difficulty gaining support from a group. Now, of course, Master Singh always summarizes his brief teachings, his concise teachings. He always goes further to give you a highlight, an ultimate highlight, a final clear picture of what he's talking about. And here is the summary. In a nutshell, this is the wisdom. In getting along with others, we should be pliable and yielding like water. We should be especially mindful of others and considerate of their needs at all times. Folks, this is wisdom. It's for you to reflect and meditate upon these treasures of wisdom as the Buddha instructs. Namo Amitofo.